right, everyone, you're welcome again this morning. I've been trying to get a video across, trying to log into one of the accounts. We wish we could, definitely try to get our faces over here. I'm super excited to have you join us again today. This is Elkiot again, and of course, I am quite excited to have you all this morning. It's a beautiful morning, right? A very great one, I think, and we surely have very great stuffs to put across, I guess, as we are waiting for many instructions and perspectives, so we can know how to navigate this whole market uncertainty, right? I mean, when I mean market uncertainty, I mean stuffs that has to do with Bitcoin price action. I hope what we are seeing on the face is ton. I made a talk around ton selling and all of that today, and probably gonna be waiting to see how the market is gonna be unfolding. I know ZK is gonna be listed right even on HTX. A minute, please. Trying to just get this login details. Select the picture of a vehicle that normally drives on a paved road. All right, so I think it's what it is. I guess we just must pay great attention to what really matters as we are prying our way through all right, as we are prying our way through into main pattern. As we are prying our way through or understanding what really matters in this cycle. This is a bull run, right? I am aware, and I think it's kind of necessary for us to understand how the markets plays, and how that also categorically gives a very obvious clue, right, to the perspectives of what we should be expecting as to what's going to be playing out, or what will not be playing out in the course of this whole market of a thing. And I'm very honest with you guys, because now if you're beginning to ask yourself very big questions like, okay, great, so what are we going to be expecting? What is most likely going to be happening with the market? How do we get to stay on alert and stay prepared and stay informed, right, with important informations as to how we want to see majority, right, of our directions, right? Because now many things are beginning to make people to be afraid, and that's the sincere truth. Many people are beginning to make many people to be afraid. And using the word afraid, I'm being careful, because I don't know if you're aware, right? Yes, I don't know if you're aware, the market currently is not averagely the way it used to be. And I'm using that word carefully because you see, the previous cycle wasn't such a cycle where we had a lot of trends like we have this particular cycle. We have AI in this cycle. We have what else again? I mean, lot and lot of cycle, and I think you all can actually think around that, and of course reason with that. I'm gonna be sharing this link to YouTube, because we have some folks on YouTube who are also gonna be joining. Right? So I think it's important for us to note that there's a whole lot of stuff's gonna be happening this week, and it's of great necessity, okay, that we get folks aware of of what's going to be happening right in the course of this week. I will be dropping this week's analysis here on this live session, not just on crypto. I'm going to analyze, I'm going to talk around ZK, saying that's going to be listed on Wobby soon, and yeah, so, and then right, and then we can actually begin to make progress into forex and all of those pairs. I think those are very, very, very much important, and that's one basic truth. So you can as well try to let me know what your whole stance is on this whole subject matter, right, guys? So once again, I want to welcome you all. It's exactly about 5 minutes after this live stream has actually begun. Maybe in about 30 minutes time, we're going to be seeing how far we could go. In 35 minutes, we should be done. And so here we are. I want to welcome everyone who's taking out their time to join us and follow what we've been doing and all we've been saying. I think it's important for me to just start on that critical note, and I'm going to be checking live streams. Meanwhile, if you're joining us on YouTube and you've not signed up, you have my sign up link on for Wobby under this video. Do not forget to, let me even try to post this on WhatsApp, right? Also, you can actually as well try to sign up, and if you sign up, you stand a chance. You can actually chat me up and then get across your communities. Once you've signed up, you stand a chance to get airdropped trial tokens and also other perks and benefits which you will be given. And I think it's one thing for you to also learn from, right? So I think it's important for us to have that as our primary reasons for doing all we've got to do, right? So I think if you've got questions, you can as well let me know what they are. I'm trying to ensure that I've posted these on platforms I've got to post them, and you can actually let me know what your whole takes are on this whole matter. So yes, so there is a need for us to go up with this update and then get folks informed as to what our stance is going to be for this whole market of a thing. So yeah, now welcome. Bitcoin price sits on $66,000 and a few cents, right? And we have so much to really I would say interface with while we're trying to understand what exactly is going to be the whole game of the market play out this particular week. And then I think it's kind of proper for us to have a full glimpse, right? That's the word. That's the word, and a full glimpse of what exactly we have to do this week. So for me, this is how it's gonna be starting. Let's start by saying, first off, ZK is going to be listed, and I'm going to tell you the market's going to be going a little bit downwards. Yes, I'm going to be checking from here what ZK price hold. Okay, the ZK swap, we're going to come back there. The ZK ecosystem begins to suffer a whole lot of blow, and that was largely because of the way ZK had its airdrop. And I must tell you and confess that every economy or every platform have a right to distribute airdrop token to whatever user they think is qualified. And I think one thing I'm beginning to learn myself individually, and of course deliberately, is that you should not be over expectant of any form of airdrop. And one word I've learned from my spiritual father is blessed are those who are not expecting, for they will not be disappointed. And that's one primary truth about this whole thing. So guess what? ZK, let's see, so ZK sync token begin to go, I don't want to say shitty, but that's how it looked like, right? And the pre-market on certain exchanges were like, I think $1 or how many dollars, but later on it begins to go way lower than we all expect. And I think there has been some sort of delays on certain platforms listing the same token. I'm honest. So it's a whole lot, right, that the ZK economy is trying to pull through together. And I would love you all to also read the news as regards ZK, where I'm going to be doing crypto updates. Don't forget, my perspective on Ton is that it's going to be selling. I gave my bias, and I've been on the sell also since yesterday, honestly. So I used to have one funny perspective. I'm not going to be trading Monday market, but I think when we have real opportunities presented, we can actually take advantage of that. So my target liquidity is here, 7.3 for Ton, and I think it's going to be getting here. That's my perspective. I don't know. I'm going to wait for that, and it's going to go lower. right? It should actually get to 6.3, but I'm going to be taking the profit right here and wait for how the market's going to be playing out. So 6.3 is my target liquidity for the short, or 7.3 rather. On ton, that's on trade. I'm going to come back right here. This particular trade was given to some part of communities of mine, which of course 1 or 2 persons also did take that trade. So currently on HTX, for instance, if you get there, you would see ZK is trading for $0.26, and I tell you, dudes have been selling badly. I'm gonna try and get not just talks around the news here. I want you to see ZK for what it is. I think I got notification on CoinMarketCap on my phone that ZK is listed, so for that reason I want to go search for ZK. Yeah, this is it. Let me see if there's tracking of the price of ZK itself. I'm gonna check my phone also to be so sure that's a ticker, but I think it is, right? Yeah, that is it. So there you go. Let me open this. How do I open this? See coin detail. Exactly. So that's ZK Sync. All right, that's a token. So the market supply and the maximum supply is like 21 billion, right? And the fully diluted market cap is 5 billion. Isn't that? Yeah, that's it. Now, so this is a supply. Some dude got like 100,000 units of ZK, calculating that out, $26,000. A lot of money, I must confess, like 27, 28. Yeah, 27k. So I'm telling you, it's big that that ZK was a win for some, and of course for a loss for some. Fortunately, it was for me. I actually did some volumes, I did some trades, I did some whatever I think could be a criteria, but yeah, we didn't get the airdrop, so it happens. So the fact is, this is where we are right now. And then ZK Sync is trading currently. It's been down 15% from $0.3, and that's a high. And I think the best we should be expecting for ZK Sync to trade like $1.5, and that's gonna be like maybe at the top of the bull run. It's gonna be every coin that is newly listed often goes down first. I don't know if you're aware of that. So it mostly happens, and I think we should be in reality expecting something like that. So I'm using that word carefully because that eventually is the truth of this whole thing. Sorry, I'm gonna be updating some talks around ZK. So I'm gonna do my analysis on ZK. Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna do my analysis on ZK here, and then ZK USD. Yeah. So okay, yeah, we have HTX data. Beautiful. So that's gonna. Oh, isn't that interesting? I don't know what data to exactly use. I'm going to just use some metrics with dimension to compare ZK Sync. In my own opinion, not necessarily because of my kind of person and then whatever. I think dimension was way better than ZK Sync, right? DYM was way better, right? I not because I didn't get the airdrop. So right. So I think yeah, so I think that was my perspective. I'm gonna be comparing that so you could see what we've got to say about this whole thing as regards okay, it's analysis. I'm gonna come back to the ZK ecosystem. Let me open this trade. Carefully follow me. We have a few moments to really go, and I really wish you all can learn 1 or 2 things from all I have to say. Okay, now this is it. So this is dimension 1.8. Anyway, it was like $5. Guess what? It's on $2, and that's one thing. Those who will get airdrop, you would learn this from the trading psychology that is made available from the data we have from dimension. It was also given to its users as airdropped. So you can guess what actually often happens. So when the coin is listed, this happens, like it buys, right? And then after a while it sells, right? And then they keep struggling if it's going to be selling again. Then it buys, then you see that, then it sells, right? So in all honesty, dimension has gone down from the all-time high of $8 to like 1.8 where it is currently now, and it's sad to say that it's still going to be going down. So from dimension psychology, there's a bit of buy and sell, and that's dimension. But come to ZK Sync right now, we are currently seeing this is the buy we've only seen. On the 5-minute scan, we're having more of sell. And don't forget, our perspective, my perspective, is that we're going to be seeing Bitcoin most probably coming to like 63k. I don't need you to believe that. My old bias is my personal bias, and that's the truth. I think we will be having a better opportunity of buying Bitcoin upward way longer, and I have a perspective that is very, very bullish on Bitcoin. Very, very bullish. I must tell you, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. And I think we will see do 120k, and we do 120k is maybe me saying, you know what, let's be prepared. We would be seeing what's it called, BTC coming to 63 rate, and afterward the bullish perspective is 120k. And I know some dudes are going to be struggling with that, but that actually is the truth, right? Right, that's the truth. Nope. No, so I'm good. I got some question. So this is my perspective on boom. I'm like waiting to, I was saying boom is going to short from here like yesterday, and then we're midway, so I'm still expecting boom to come do some 10% downwards. I don't know how it's going to do that, but I'm expecting that, and that's where I'm going to be thinking of opening my whole long. Now back to ZK Sync, which was the chart I was looking at. Don't get carried away. Now you see, the truth is this about ZK. Sorry. ZK really we should be expecting, my own opinion, right? I don't know if that's going to be so valid, but my bias, right? If Bitcoin is going to be going how many percent downwards, let me come to Bitcoin quickly. If Bitcoin is going to be going, and this is my bias on Bitcoin buy, don't forget we have this little bit of sell and buy on Bitcoin. Just carefully follow. Now, if Bitcoin is going to be selling from here where it is currently at to this point, that's like 5% to 62,700. Then we can expect ZK, carefully follow, sorry, we can expect ZK to do like 8%. So let me attempt a 8% measurement. Yeah, 8 to 9. Yeah, so we can expect ZK to be 0.23, and the worst case scenario is for us to have let me put a strong magnetic if it's going to be holding all things, but it's not gonna hold it. The worst case scenario of like 0.22. That's the truth. There is no many, let me use that word, there are no sufficient data to make this claim, but based on the previous data available on major coins that had this kind of, what do you call this, airdrop and then tokens, I think it's what it is, right, that we get to see that ZK, I think I should also post this video on X so people could actually get to see what we are doing. All right, now ZK is going to most likely go all the way of other previous coins. It's not rocket science, it's not some superficial or spiritual predictions. It's very clear and simple, and I think we all can look into ZK and have a very full clue and awareness that this is most likely what it's going to be doing. So aside from the fact that it goes all the ways of the airdrop, this exact token also had some people who had so much expectations, like it's going to be listing at $1 like AIRDROP, but it didn't. So the majority of them are going to be selling or dumping following the current dumping market is, and I hope the dump prayer on ZK Sync will not go way more than we are expecting it to go. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, everyone. So most probably sorry, this is all the way of I'm going to be using like a trend to denote that, like this. You see that? That's a bearish trend. If we open a line chart carefully, you would see that that exactly is what it's been doing. It's been so bearish, and until we break above 2.3, we cannot think of going anywhere bullish. Once we break above 2.3, I tell you, bullish status. I actually made a very unusual mistake, right, by buying one particular coin without doing so much analysis. I'll tell them of the coin GMRX. I actually have that coin there. It's sadly down. The only thing I could do is to buy more, right? To buy more. So the coin beats the dust so much. I would show you my analysis is. I think you all can already begin to see them. Bring it back to a candles chart. See that it went so. This coin also did airdrop. So you can see how the way of all the coins of the airdrop is. It crazy bearish. This one even went 90% down. I think it's going to have a very great comeback upward from the point where it is at. We might be expecting a very huge movement upward. So I'm not saying you should buy it, but I'm thinking of actually buying more anyways. So that aside, let's come back to our predictions and discussions around ZK Sync. Please, everyone, be on the alert. So ZK Sync is going to do like that. I don't know if we've got news around ZK Sync here on the headlines. I will check out for that. If we do, it's going to be a good news for us. And if we don't, it's already enough information we have gotten. And I think that is the real honest truth. Those who joined my group, all right, I think it's a great one. That majority of those on my groups are here on HTX, and if you're on YouTube, you've not joined, please do sign up with the link HTX Underground and other links available to you there, and you can actually join our free group where you trade. Don't forget, all of this is not a financial advice. All right, so great. Let's continue, please, as we would be doing. Where were we? Okay, we're done with ZK Syncs. I think let me look at new coin listings on Coin Market Cap. Let me see if we've got some comment here on Coin Market Cap and what people have to say about ZK Sync under the coin category. So okay, there are other exchanges still gonna list ZK. I think I've seen Binance listing. All right, so eventually in this space there's a whole lot to learn, and sometimes it could be very hard, I tell you guys. So let me look at new listings. Yes, in 4 minutes time it's going to be listed on other platforms, but of course you all have the opportunity to get to sell your ZK Sync and buy as much as you want to buy on platforms like HTX. So I think the major news around, let me see if we've got news around ZK Sync here. So just news around its listing, no much news about token analysis and all of that. Okay, right, so I think it's interesting. All right, let me look at this news. Don't forget, we're talking around ZK Sync. We're still going to go way more into analyzing the majority of other tokens. Just stay with us. I want us to check the update on our trade. If you took the trade with us on ton short, right, so here we go. We have to see that we have these 2 hours. So yes, 2 hours candles. I'm targeting this liquidity, and I think we already have the market shift of structure shift and the retest here, and there we have in the sell on ton. So we might be expecting, sorry, we just had light out. I'm going to be going off camera. It happens sometimes, so sorry about that. Now, what are we talking about? We're talking about the fact that we've got to face the reality of the price actions that ZK Sync is going to be onboarding us. And what is the reality? The reality that clearly insinuates that ZK Sync is going to be dumping out like every other token anyways. So don't forget, if you're on this short, I'm targeting this liquidity 7.3 to take profit at 7.3. Now I think I'm majorly done with ZK Sync. So you want to buy ZK Sync, set your buy price 0.2223, worst case scenario 0.15, and if you get to buy that on those discounted price, or what do I call the premium price, or dollar cost averaging price, I'm telling you, if you use $1,000 to buy ZK Sync at 0.2, am I right, 0.22, you get 4,500 ZK Syncs. If you are patient to sell at 1.5, that's going to give you a 6.8x reward if only you are patient. So I think I'm done talking around ZK Syncs, and well, let me just read this news here. ZK Sync faces backlash after airdrop labeled a scam by some. The CEO of this particular exchange, Starzio, questioned the criticism, citing airdrop disappointment. Industry leaders like Justin Sun and Binance's He joined the debate. OKX CEO was the one that was questioning the growing criticism, right? There are a lot of critics surrounding ZK Sync. And what do we get to see from this? I mean, the critics have been like, ZK Sync is this kind of a scam, blah blah blah, and all of that. And Many have, so Zoo, however, has raised the, oh, interesting, has raised the possibility. Look at that news. I think we just got power restored. You're gonna see the beautiful face again. Oh, so let's get it going. So I think essentially what we've got from this news is that there are more talks, right, from influencers and, of course, debaters alike around what is believed, right, to be ZK Singh's on inconsistencies as regards promises and projects. I must confess, it's one of the great layer 2 network on Ethereum that has actually added a fresh level of scalability. And I think that's my honest truth about ZK Sync. Yeah. So, but of course, the way it goes about it, airdrop and then communication was, as regards this week or last week into this week, was quite the weak one for majority of people. So the post on X, formerly called Twitter, came in response to a message posted by influencer Sarkesh, a prominent voice on the X platform. In a post dated June 14th, Sarkesh asserted that ZK Sync is trending as the biggest scammer, adding that ZK Sync is no longer considered the best layer 2 network. Not only will we not use your network for the rest of our lives, we'll do everything to destroy you. Well, that's some dude's comment, and it's understandable. At some point I was like unhappy. That's the sincere truth about what I think ZK Sync was doing, but I later come to realize that actually these platforms did not hold me anything. If I get anything, that's okay. If I didn't, it's nothing. So it's all for us to understand that on the long run, what eventually matters the most, right, is it's not going to be our bias or our take or our conclusion on one particular project or the other. I tell you, brothers and friends, it's actually about how the project themselves feel about themselves. And you must be willing to accept whatever it is they're going to be throwing at you. And so that's it. But now, what are we going to be looking for? Let's get updates on what really is going to be happening in the course of this market whole cycle. What news do we get on the Forex factory details? From today, there is a news on the Empire State manufacturing. Let me check our community. The airdrop I made mention of on YouTube is for those in our community on HTX. Please, if you're just coming on, you've seen airdrop, you expect airdrop on YouTube, I'm so sorry. Please come over to HTX. That's why you should sign up. So sign up and join us on HTX. Get into trading. I provide free signals platform. Sign up with my link, and of course, you'll stand the chance of getting information around tokens to trade. Out of that, just sign up and of course get across to me on Telegram. It's simple. Now back to what I was saying. Now this is it. We have a major news on Thursday, which is the unemployment claims. The one on Monday and Tuesday is like the casual market news, which often comes, right. And for me, I do not see this as a very major news, right, as one that could influence the market. It will just allow the market go the normal cycle route it will go through. I'm about entering the community to drop what we could drop. It's HTX token airdrop. It's going to rain airdrop right now. So thank you everyone for coming. So this is what we are saying. If this is your first time of joining our community, all right, Aditi, how you doing? Hey, one of these days I promise to do a bigger airdrop. Just stay along. I promise, honestly. So because you all have always been following, and I really appreciate it. This is me to you saying thank you for always streaming. Thank you. And those on YouTube also, I'll encourage you to subscribe, right? That is what encourages us and make us feel the need to always come around and do what we've got to do. Okay, so now this is the major news. Unemployment claims, what is going to be the data? The prediction is 235 folks coming to register for unemployment insurance for the first time. So last week we had the actual data of unemployment, folks registering for unemployment insurance for the first time. The actual data was more than the forecasted data. 242,000 folks came, and the forecast was 25. And so since it was more, it was a bearish one for the dollar. It should be, let's put it that way. It should be a bearish one for the dollar, because if it was less, it would be good for the dollar. If it was less, that's what the effect is here. Look at this. If the number of actual people who came to put their names down were less, then it would have been good for the dollar. But it was more, so it was very bad for the dollar. So the expectation was for the dollar to be weak, but that was unfortunately that was not what happened. Unfortunately, or maybe I would say fortunately, we have the dollar bullish. And I tell you, my bias was unusual, right? My bias remains that if we turn bullish on the dollar, guys, we might just as well be seeing the dollar way going upward. And that's my perspective. And my stance remains simple. Why? Because I was expecting the dollar to trade into this POI, point of interest, where I've got fair value gaps and I've also got what do you call it? I've also got other block. So, and measuring this on a, I think, a weekly time frame, I came to that point where I saw that there is a need for us to trade into the what do you call that zone? Trade into the premium zone, right? So all of this is inducement, even though I found a market structure shift and a bullishness will have been from here on the dollar, right? From here, 11th of December, the dollar should have been buying, but it was like a struggle along like this. You see this, or like a struggle. It was in between this. We had the beacon market buying from December last year into this year. So, and I tell you, it's interesting for us to agree on this very important note. So if you've got questions for me, I think you would want to appreciate this fact. So I think I've got to make mention of that. So for heaven's sake, the dollar should actually retrace into that point, and we might actually be considering a bearishness, if there's any word like that, on the dollar. And I'm sincere about using the word bearishness. Why? Because as the way we had a market structure shift here that is making me think we're going to be going upward, which we are going to be doing, is the same way I'm having a market structure shift right like this here that's going to make us sell. Like, look at that. We have a buy side liquidity here, which was grabbed on a weekly perspective. And then we have a market structure shift here, which happened right in the reverse. Market structure shift, since this dude is one breaking this point. So these are our market structure shift also. When we are done with this buyout, arrange it, and then you would see our POI here to be our point of retracement also. It's all intertwined, and it's just to let you know we're going to pump to dump on dollar, and we're going to dump to pump on the Bitcoin market. That's very, very important. That's very, very important. Very, very important. So I think it's necessary for us to just get this whole thing going. So generally speaking, my bias on crypto from today till, if we get to see Bitcoin at 63k today, I'm good to begin to say I'm going to start buying. But it also all depends if I see the dollar rising above 108. At least I'm going to see it between 108. Let me make my clear mark between 108 here. And yeah, this POI point, I'm going to be expecting the dollar to come between 108.32 and 110. The dollar is going to rise that high. So if it comes that way, this region, I'm going to be preparing for a buy on any one major coins. So saying this brings us back to we looking at the market. So on Bitcoin, I'm very sincere. My perspective is like a 4% drawdown, 4.9%. That's what I'm still looking at, because I've got a fair value gap right here. And to see Bitcoin at 63, between 63,600 and 62,700. I'll be expecting Bitcoin to come to that region so I could consider making a buy or a long position. So for now, I will just want to watch the market on Bitcoin while I open my short position on Ton. It's still there, and I still will keep it going. If this is your first time of joining IIBs, I'm greeting you. Thank you. Are you a new streamer? I'm seeing the live rooms, and I'm so excited having people communicate. If you're new viewer, please don't forget to drop some greetings, and of course following us on HTX here is one thing I would always appreciate. Please follow. And so I think that is that basically. So the major update I think is going to be coming on with the market. Let me come to what's it called, to the new listings on the new listing on on coin market cap generally, so we can have a obvious clue of what we have to overall ranking, gainers and losers. Where is that? Yes, recently added. So you would have a obvious clue. I think more of memes has been added. The way memes are running is crazy. So you have these memes, you have that, and this is the only coin that is a coin. All of the others are coins too. This is ZK Sync. You have Frog. Hmm. Majority of the coins. Be so careful of trading all of these. Look out for what really matters, and then yeah, make the most of what matters. The coins that are always that have been that are available are more than I think 100,000 cryptocurrencies. So you must know how to sieve and make the most decisions. So, guys, that is going to be it. And as regarding newly listed coins, I think I'm not going to be running Etherscatter to look which one is going to be more important and all of that. I am not also going to be marketing anyone at the same time in any ways. So I think you need to focus on your bag and know how to make mention of that. But let's look at the news. Aside from the one I've made mention of, I'm going to be expecting the market sell between today and tomorrow. New York session is going to be in 2 hours time, according to our time zone, 1 p.m. West African time. So I'm going to be expecting some levels of price action, right? Some levels of price action. Yes, some levels of price actions on. Oh my God, when was this coin listed? Interesting. So some levels of price action. I'm saying this daddy Tate, it could be listed on exchanges, including us on HTX and other exchanges. I'm telling you, because it has crazy market cap. And I'm telling you this because I knew when Mommy was launched, I should have been looking out for daddy also. The markets on doing the journey is very, very unusual. Let me look at it got my attention, honestly. It got my attention like 3 days ago. Let me see. Right, if it's available on so I tell you guys, there are many things happening in this space. Just be on the lookout. I'm telling you. Oh, it's been down. Oh wow. Whoever those who got on this coin earlier on, they really made a very. I knew it. I knew it's like their exchange is trading it like Gate and MEXC. So guys, that's it. Just imagine those who got on this coin at $50,000. Like let's say $100,000. Don't get like let's say $20 at 100K. Hmm? And now it's currently at $125 million market cap. Dividing that by $100,000. Guys, that's 1,250x. With $20, that's like 25K. I tell you, some unusual money happens on all of these platforms. You must just be on the lookout. So, anyways, I think those are the important updates I've got to share with us. Okay, and I think that's it. I'm not saying go buy this. I'm not. In fact, I'm going to leave it off. So, but I'm thinking the dollar is going to most probably, I don't know if you're aware, most probably uh, buy. That's the dollar. Oh wow, how is it 120 million market cap? That means those who got on it before it actually launched. Whoa, wow, this is unusual. This is interesting. So I'm just looking at the coin daddy and it's getting me, intrigued and amused. Now I think these are the major news, and guess what? ADA is one of the coins that has been suffering from being bullish. I would analyze gold, euro, and GBP after this talk on ADA. Cardano hasn't made any real pump since the market resumed being bullish. I'm telling you. So you want to look out for a coin to buy? I think you might consider ADA. Look at Cardano. This is an obvious market structure shift. If you want to look at this is a sell side liquidity that was taken, and following this sell side, I'm telling you, there are coins that would make people money. You want to buy ADA, please do be preparing to buy. I'm going to also look forward to having liquidity and buy ADA. Market structure shift, even if it's not for me to buy, but to to trade, I will. Even if it is just to open a $20 long and then put like 10x and leave it till forever. It's on the premium spot. And I'm telling you, this is a very nice point to buy ADA. ADA is long overdue for another run. So just imagine you get to, I'm going to do more top analysis. Imagine you get to hold ADA from, let's say even this current $0.4 price, and then you hold it to 1.7. That's about 50%. I'm going to tell everyone who have the eyes, and then 0.32 holding it to $5 is going to be a very big deal. That's going to be like a very big blow. Let's look at ADA here. Don't forget, this is not financial advice, but I'm considering buying ADA because one of the great coins that has been in a long time, and I think their blockchain, I don't know, is still going to draw attention. I'm gonna tell you that Cardano or Cardano. I made a wrong spelling. Cardano. Yeah. So wait for us to open this up. I'm actually surprised this coin has been suffering. It only got to 0.7. I mean, after the bull run, it's been just up. Wow, it's been 200% up. Really? I think we have a better opportunity myself. All of this bear market happened for my reason. I mean, this little bit of sell, but I could actually look down and look into coins I could actually throw funds into also. Pre-sales are no longer paying anymore, sadly. All right, so I think I've got a POI right here at 0.3. We're just gonna get the 0. What's it called? 63. Okay, we might have added some 0.3 K36 zone. So anywhere from here is a good time to begin a bag adder. Oh god, it's a very good time to bag adder, guys. I'm serious. So I actually have to say that honestly. I want to see how to calculate the buying. We're gonna be doing analysis right now, so anywhere from here is a good spot. Well, this coin has been available since. Wow. So I think wait a minute. Whoa, I wasn't even aware this coin was making this much round. Whoa, honestly speaking, I'm surprised. This coin called Daddy actually made a lot of rounds, and I'm telling you, it's interesting. It's interesting. The coin is being, I wasn't aware. Wow. Anyways, shout out to all those who got it. So back to ADA, this is it. I want to see this coin come a little bit downwards, and guess what? We're going to take it to all-time high. At least, if we're not going to be taking the all-time high, let's target $2 realistic profit. Imagine getting to buy this stuff at 0.35, right? Just on spot 0.35, and holding it till $3 or 2.5. That means if we get to buy $1,000 worth of this at 0.35, I'm getting to sell this at 2.5. That's $1,000 times 7,000. That's very nice. It's 6,000 net profits. It's good. But imagine we now use like a same $1,000, go 10x long at 0.36. It's a good risk, but it's a very massive reward. I tell you, because it would be like you use $10,000 to buy ADA at 0.35, and you get to sell that amount for 2.9 or 2.5. Sorry, that's like a 971K from 1,000. So whatever your appetite is, weigh them very well and know how you want to go into all of this. So, but for me, I'm waiting for an opportunity right now. I knew this is going to have a little bit of dump. I think it's going to be proper for us to look forward to opening such a very nice long on the market. So it's beautiful. So let's make this whole thing happen. All right, guys. I think I'm done on that. Let's look into the euro analysis, and then I'll know what we're going to be doing on the Forex PS. So if this is your first time of joining, do not forget to give us a nice following. So I was of the opinion that this dude is going to buy upward and sell downwards, and then we've bought upward. Most likely, euro is also going to be selling. Look at that. Buy side liquidity, market structure shift. This will have been my point of opening a sell. But I didn't do any of this, guys. I was scared to the bones. I didn't take all of that. The market is going to be targeting liquidity. It's going to sell. Euro is going to probably take out this liquidity, right? And then we're going to be preparing for a new retracement blah blah blah. So what we just want to do right now is, we know euro is on a sell, right? And we want to analyze euro for what it is, and probably take a side. On a daily time frame, we had the daily candle closure for yesterday here, and we're having a new daily candle opening. This will continue downwards, definitely. And that being spoken of, if you're interested, I'm going to go to an hourly time frame. So what I see on an hourly time frame is a high and a new low is being made. Opening a short in between this new low could look so unusual, but I think it's best to just let the market run. Monday market, I often prefer not trading the market. So I think, oh my God, the market will just be like that. So be careful trading, I must say, and please look out for how you would stay so well profitable. I think that's primarily important for me to state. So that being said, on euro, I have no stance as regards should I buy or sell. The market obviously sold from here, and so we can actually attest to the fact that we are selling based on market analysis, right? And yeah, and then we might just have a spike downwards from here like this. I'm serious. So I know, and then come like that. We might even go above here and then go. So, but the fact is, this is not a go-to spot to give you a wholesome metric. But if you have the boldness to open a sell, please do. But I'm not going to do myself. No, no trade today. No trade. No trade. I know it looks enticing for me, but I'm not going to. I'll let the Monday market be clear, and I'll have the daily candle closure today to give me a clue what we will be doing tomorrow. So I think that's that on euro. Most probably make a nice analysis for anyone who's interested. So we just made a low, that's a top, a low, a top, a low. In my own expectation, we should be having a top before we sell. Selling from here is very risky for me. I want to go above here, but in all honesty, if anyone thinks of going on a short here, the person has a lot of boldness. But taking targets profit, it will be here. Yeah, it will be here. Yeah, it looks like the market has a grab on liquidity here, market shift, retest, whichever one, but there will be a little bit of short, I must tell you, which I'm not going to be taking because it's very risky. And the take profit is going to be like here, 2.9 reward to risk ratio. Most probably we're going to be going below here. Once we do, we're going to spike downwards. Take note. So take note of that. So those who trade this do, because I know it has opened a new daily candle and it's actually possible for anyone to take the trade. I'm just going to go way lower to make my predictions more certain and firm. So I may send this to the page and I may not, it all depends. So there you have it. We have some POI order block on the 15 minutes candle, which is going to be informing our sell decision. Definitely. I don't know if you see this. So there you have the people, and then you have this level of inducement which the market went above. So I think that there you go. I'm being tempted, but I'm not going to trade it. It looks interesting to actually open a short. I must confess to you. You could watch it actually. Someone knows how to go about it. Dollar pair is going to be selling. I must tell you, I'm feeling tempted to go trade right now, but I want to tell myself I don't want to. So the dollar pair is going to be selling. By that, dollar is going to be rising. So Bitcoin, gold should sell. Euro should sell. Same with GBP. I'm saying same trade literally on GBP also. Same trade. So let it play out. Let it play out. I'm telling myself that. So that's that on euro. I think. Let me just copy this out. Sorry. Any question for me? Those of you on our platforms, please. Any question? I'm willing to have a hear on that. I'm looking out. Let's take a break while we're looking out. Yes. Anyone? Hey, I'm waiting for our comment, oh, please. It's almost break time. Mm. Okay, we'll soon be going on break, so I don't know. Feeling like I should open this sale. Should not major opportunity, but I tell you, opportunities will always come in the market, and it's not everyone someone takes. That's the truth. Yeah. Hello, TQ, bro. Thank you. Thank you for the greetings. So for Solana, expect 130 something to happen on Solana. Expecting that myself. Oh, so no question in live room. So I'm going to call it a closure from this point. Whatever you want to do, please. It's not a financial advice. I've given you on what's it called on Euro, and most likely I would go on GBP, and that's the same thing I'm most likely going to be doing. So GBP is probably also going to be selling, as you all can probably guess, because of what I have made as a prediction on gold, on sorry, on Euro. So my POI here is still quite valid. I'm waiting for a POI, buy POI on GBP. I don't know why it's a buy, but that implies that we're going to be selling a little bit. Daily candle already forming a sell. So I don't know why I'm informing myself I'm going to probably be buying. That's my first POI. I think on that. So um okay. All right. So GBP is also going to sell a little bit. So yeah, in my opinion. So that's it. So good luck to everyone for coming, and thank you so very much for making this place your place of return. Take good care of yourself, and don't forget to stay safe trading the financial market. Peace to you, and of course, bye. Yeah, sorry, I thought we have so much to do with our sound that would have helped us to go on a break. Those of you on YouTube, I appreciate you for coming. Don't forget to subscribe. I really would appreciate that. It helps us. Um, it helps us get this whole live stream thing out there. So, and it helps us in supporting our work. So, thank you for coming, those of you on YouTube. Stay safe, trade safe, be careful. Good luck.